Hello, Carrie Burchill here with North Star Coaching. Part of my goal is to really help teams and leaders build trust and improve their interpersonal communication. Really, it's probably interpersonal communication first, which builds trust. And then the productivity that comes out of that, gosh, it is an upside down world still, lots of change happening. And so, my superpower and my gift is to partner with you as we think about how to build trust and increase productivity and really just have harmony in the workplace so that we can get it done in this crazy time, which invariably involves some innovation, which needs trust and therefore productivity when we implement the innovative ideas. So that's my gig. I'd love to connect with you. Send me a text, a direct message. I know this is going through LinkedIn today, but we will be posting it on Facebook and other places. So tell me the kind of work you're doing and let me know how I can help. Today's live stream is really inspired from a group of leaders that I'm working with right now, talking about how we can cope in the crazy times right now. So we know that leaders and teams are being asked to do more with less. They're asked to do things differently, so you got to figure that out. We really feel a responsibility to be there because if we're not, things kind of fall apart, right? There's the national shortage of employees, leadership changing, people are switching jobs. I mean, it's just like we're the glue, and how do we cope with all of those variables? So I'm going to share with you 3 tips that I personally use to help my coping and to really show up well for my clients. First one, I know I'm kind of like squirming because this is getting on the inner thinkings of Carrie, can be nerve-wracking. One is to see yourself through other people's eyes. What does that mean? So think of somebody that you know loves you. Maybe it's a partner, maybe it's, honestly, this could probably work with a pet. Maybe it's with a colleague that you know really has your back, a parent, a sibling, a kid, somebody who loves you. And see yourself through their eyes. So let's say that somebody asks you to do another project last minute and it's really going to pinch your work-life balance. Well, what would your person that loves you want you to do or respond to that request? So my thing is I see myself through my partner's eyes, handsome I call him. We've been married like 28 years and he's the bomb.com. And I say to myself, so if somebody asks me to do like a huge project, last minute, it's going to have me working 16-hour days. I'm going to feel stressed. It's probably not going to go really well anyway because the timeline's irrational. Rather than just feeling a reaction, I slow down in that nanosecond and think, okay, what would Handsome want for me? And Handsome would want me to manage work-life balance. He'd want me to feel respected. He'd want me to be able to draw some boundaries back, all the things, of course, that I want, but I may not give myself permission to do it. But if I can channel Handsome, then I might go to the person who asked me to do the big project, like, hey, I'm concerned about this big project in the timeline. Here are the other things I have going on. Let's talk about a reasonable timeline. Let's talk about how else we can do this, other people coming on board, drawing some boundaries, having a richer conversation than what might be my go-to mode, which is someone comes to me wanting me to do a big project. Okay, I'm a pleaser. I would say recovering pleaser, but all the same, my go-to might be just like leaning in and trying to do it all. Right? See yourself through someone else's eyes, and that can often give you the courage to draw boundaries, find more balance, cope better. So who's your special person? I would love to know right now. Chat it in. Send me a message. Let's hear who is the person that loves you that can help you with the right response so that you're really doing your best and able to serve in a way that helps you show up your best. So thank you, Handsome, if he's watching. Second coping mechanism for Carrie is to, this is also a vulnerable one, pretend that you're really a consultant working in your role for 3 months. This, actually, a consultant gave me this tip years ago. I was in a company doing some work that I just felt frustrated because we weren't moving at the pace I wanted. Go figure. And difficult to get collaboration. I was having a hard time slowing down, and I just really had to manage my give a crap factor. And so the way I did that is just pretended, what's it going to be like if I was just here for 3 months? Well, my sense of urgency shifted because I knew that I wasn't going to get all of that work done in 3 months. So it changed my mindset, reduced my stress, reduced my sense of urgency, really had me kind of unattach from my emotional entanglement in the work that I wanted to get done. So thinking about that, there's a difference between unattaching and detaching. Detaching is like divorcing. Unattaching is healthy separation from your emotions and feelings related to the work. So pretending that you're just a consultant for 3 months in your ever-present thing gives you that sort of chunkable distance. I even, when I was in this kind of tough spot and I knew I wasn't showing up well and just needed a strategy to sort of manage my own spin, I told a couple of very trusted colleagues, this is my strategy. I'm going to pretend I'm here for 3 months. When you see me, like, play along, right? This is the game in my head of really finding a boundary, managing that give a crap factor, not letting this sense of urgency kind of steamroll people, which of course I'm not proud of, right? So pretend that you're a consultant in the company for 3 months. It shifts the kind of work you focus on. It shifts the people you want to work with. It shifts thinking through what your legacy is differently. And it really does help make the work more manageable because you're just in your head, this is my 3 months that I'm going to be here. You can do strategic planning for years ahead. You can do work that is going to keep rolling years ahead. But your involvement and your sort of attachment to that work is for 3 months. Coping mechanism number 2. Number 3 is, go figure on this one, talk it out, right? So part of my work is coaching with people, leadership development, really getting dynamic groups together and figuring out what their norms are. I help people talk it out. So no surprise, one of my coping mechanisms is to talk it out. So there are people that you trust that get it. There's also people that you vent to that maybe add drama to whatever you're going through. Don't talk it out with those people. Say no to emotional drama. Ixnay. Really think through people that are healthy counterparts that can help you recenter yourself, figure out your spin, get to the bottom of your spin, balance, realign with your true north. You know, what does your North Star look like for you? Right? What's the bigger game? People can help you slow down and talk through that stuff. So there you have it, 3 coping mechanisms in this crazy time. 2022, I've said, since it started, just seems to have brought with it a sort of a cloud as we've gone into the new year. And we need to cope if we're going to keep managing through the other side of that cloud, right? Clouds break, sun comes through. I really hope it does for you shine sooner than later. So 3 coping mechanisms. First one is to see yourself through the eyes of others. For me, it's handsome. Second one is to pretend that you're a 3-month consultant. And the third one is to talk it out with a trusted person, not the emotional drama person that's going to empathize too much, but the person that's going to hear you, see you, and help you move on to a better future. I help leaders and teams with interpersonal communication. I'd love to know how I can help you. If it's building content that I can do some more live streaming around, I'm here for that. If it's facilitating difficult conversations, leadership development, coaching, let's talk it out. We definitely need you as we manage through the new space, whatever that looks like. So let's be in touch. Bye.